Hey everyone, this is Martin, and I'm back here. This is the final segment of the earning income on your property section. And if you have not done so yet, go to the bottom of the screen underneath the video here and click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I don't know if how many of you are familiar with Airbnb, but it started out as a lodging reservation program where people could take their private homes and market them as lodging opportunities for people that were coming in, and they could stay in a home or a room or a cabin or whatever. I mean, you can find on Airbnb, you can find anything, including a tent to stay on if you want to. So they back in early 2020, when everybody was canceling reservations, and it was a scary time for us because I mean we had something like $80,000 worth of reservations canceled in a week, and that we were expected to refund, and that was a little bit of a scary time, for us. And I mean, we recovered from it, and everything was fine. But during that time, Airbnb as a business, they were panicking because I mean they had reservations worldwide that was all shutting down, and so we were a little drop in the bucket compared to what they were experiencing. And so, to their credit, they got together and started working on a new idea. Now, you got to remember that lodging is just one way to earn income from people that want to come in and experience. Well, I mean, lodging is kind of a place to stay, but in some cases, like our Treehouse Resort, they're coming for the experience, not for a place to sleep. And even though that's what they're buying is a place to sleep for a night or two, they're really after that experience. And so Airbnb started looking at how can we continue the travel mode of, what people are canceling out of right now and still give them experience and still have something that in reality creates income for Airbnb. And so they came up with to me, a brilliant, brilliant idea. And that is they began offering online experiences, and which are not real experiences, they're virtual experiences. And what that means is, like, if you are doing something unique that someone would travel to your town or your country or your region to experience, they wanted to continue to offer those experiences through their platform. And so they put it out to people and said, okay, if you have something unique to offer that they can do as a virtual experience where you're doing it, it's all online, like a Zoom meeting almost, where you have something to offer, put it up here and we will market it as an experience that they can pay for and come and experience with you. And so there's people that are doing almost like cooking shows. I mean, there's one in particular that sort of stood out with me. It was like cooking with Italian grandmas. And so what that is a lady that's taken all of her favorite, that lives in Italy somewhere, and she's taken all of her favorite Italian recipes from her grandmothers, and is teaching to cook those recipes online, just almost like a cooking show. And you can go in and register and pay to be a part of that class, and she'll send you a list of recipes or a list of ingredients before the class begins. And it may be a 2-hour class, and then what you do is, when the time comes, you go online, you're with her in her kitchen, no matter what part of the planet you're on. She's in her kitchen at home teaching her grandmother's recipes on how to cook Italian food. There's a lot of cooking ones out there. I mean, it's especially good for people that can do like regional ethnic foods and things like that. That's different. They don't want you to bring in how to cook a hot dog over a fire. They don't want that kind of stuff. They want something that's unique and different that will give people a unique and different experience. And so that's one of them. There are people that do virtual, what would you call it? The scavenger hunts that you can go in there and take part in. When it comes down to the homestead kind of a group, there is one that has a lady that's a beekeeper that she'll do a 2-hour walk through the bee hive section and the processing section for the honey and all of that, and really do a 2-hour workshop virtually on how to raise and do the beekeeping thing. And it's amazing when I look at those, because they're things that a lot of them are things that I wouldn't necessarily be interested in, but when I look on them, you know, some of those things have like 15,000 reviews on them. And so people are doing this, and, you know, they may charge anywhere from $10 per guest or per participant up to, and some of them are as much as $70 or $80. And so there's one, I think in Peru or somewhere in South America, somewhere down there, that they have a llama farm. And so what they do is you can go along with them while they're videoing and interacting with you through this llama farm. So there's all kinds of those kind of things. There's people that do magic tricks. There's people that do, there's no limit to it. I mean, what you need to do is, if you're interested in something like that, go on Airbnb.com. It's AIRBNB.com, and look for their virtual experiences. And just scroll down through them. There's thousands of them. And this is a brand new thing. I mean, they started this up in, I think, September, so about a year ago of 2020. And to answer that, everybody canceling their reservations deal, and it's taking off huge. And it's still a very new thing that most people that I talk to have never even heard of it before. So, you know, we are going to look at that as, you know that we have a treehouse resort as one of our things. And I've thought about doing treehouse tours, you know, go through a tour our tree houses on that, and then do a question and answer thing on the construction of it, the renting out of them, you know, regulations that we have to live by in order to build and operate something like that. And so, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. Right now, I don't have time to do that, but in the wintertime, if things are slow, you know, I'll probably look at trying to go in and develop something like that. So, and then they also offer actual experiences that are not virtual, where people, if they're coming into your town, you know, and they booked some lodging, you know, in your area, you know, they can go on the Airbnb actual tours and look and see what there is, what is offered out there through that platform as a unique experience. And in our area, which is pretty heavily invested into tourism, I was shocked to find there's only like 2 or 3 things out there that in this whole entire area that people are offering through that platform. One of them, ironically, is a tour of a dairy farm, and it's a small dairy farm. But you know, as part of that tour, when you come in there, you or your kids get to milk a cow, and you get to, you know, taste test the different dairy products that they make there, and all of that. And it shocked me to see that, and that, you know, someone is selling that as a experience for people that come into town. And again, that was one of those things that, you know, a lot of people have gone through that and left reviews on it. So, you know, it's working for somebody, and it may as well be working for you. So anyway, I'm going to kind of let this one go right now. It would be easy to get really off into a lot of different things, and we'll cover more of them later. But those are just a few things to kind of whet your appetite or get you thinking about expanding out to different kind of income streams. And like I say, we'll cover more of those into more detail later, but something to start thinking about. If you have not done so yet, go down to the bottom of the video here and you'll find a subscribe button. Click that, click the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.